Okay.
Okay, I am super excited today. I have one of my students as well as now a trichologist, and I wanted to bring her before you so she can talk about her new salon that she's opening up and as well as share her experience with you all as far as like her journey and her process of what she's been through to get to where she is now. Because I know that being a hairstylist or a barber, and when you're ready to make that transition and not necessarily be behind the chair, but you want to open up your options and be able to explore and even get into the hair loss side of things, that could be a little scary, especially when you have been doing what you've been doing for so long, but now you want to keep up with where the industry is going, and to continue your skills and continuing education. And so that's what Tara is going to talk to you guys today about. But before I get started and bring Tara on, I'm going to introduce you myself to you all in case this is your first time in meeting me. So my name is Precious Rutland. I'm a consultant trichologist as well as the owner of the Institute of Holistic Beauty. And I train hairstylists, barbers, beauty professionals, health practitioners, and how to treat their clients' hair loss holistically so that collectively we can reduce hair loss amongst men and women. And I do that because the hairstylists, the barbers, we're the forefront for clients. And so they're the first person that we see when they sit in our chair, and we're the first to notice hair loss if they're experiencing hair loss. So it's our duty to start right there and teaching and educating our clients on hair care and taking preventative measures and ways to help them to restore their hair using holistic and natural non-surgical approach. And so trichologist Tara Gregory of Trichology and Salon in Towson, Maryland. If you want to go ahead and tell us more about yourself and your salon.
Absolutely. Hey, everyone. I am Tara Gregory. It is amazing to be here today. Oh my gosh. I am nervous. This is a brand new business for me. And I'm sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties over here. Give me 1 second. What is going on? And so anyway, I started this new business about, I would say, all of 2 weeks ago. I took Dr. Carey's course.
Mm-hmm.
Precious, who has been so instrumental in helping me, not just through the course, but through the business as well. And so it's been almost, oh my gosh, probably about 9 or 10 months that I actually started with the salon. And, I had some conversations with Precious, who really, really helped me. The name again is Tara Gregory Trichology. And I made the decision to go into a salon suite. And for any of you out there that is kind of hesitant about doing that, like I was, Precious really, really helped me in helping me to understand that having a salon suite is probably one of the best routes for us to go as trichologists, not just as trichologists, but as a new trichologist. Um, I decided to get a smaller space, and on the advice of Precious, it gives people that safe space, that privacy that they need instead of being on the loud, hustle bustle of a salon, salon beautician place, where everybody can see. Some people may be critical, the whole nine. So it just gives people that privacy and in a discreet, safe area. So I love the fact, and it's quiet. It's very luxury. I absolutely love it. I've been in there now about maybe 2 weeks, just trying to get some things together, and I'm still working on that. Still working on that, and Yeah, I mean it's been really really amazing. I plan on opening up in about 7 days. Started ordering some things, and just so you guys will know, I do not have this major background as a beautician, but I've been doing my hair and everybody else's hair for years. Natural hair, that is. I've been natural for almost 8 years now. And I started in this industry just making my own products, which I've been doing for about 7 years. And people kept coming to me like, what's going on with my scalp and what's going on with this? And I just decided, you know what, I need to go to school so I can educate myself, so I can help my clients more. And that's why I decided to become a trichologist. So I don't have the background. So I, just started researching some things, and thank God for Precious, who's been really, really helpful in helping me to start that journey. So again, I opened up in 7 days. I am still in phase one, y'all. I'm still gathering supplies, and I went to the beauty supply store with a cart full of combs and brushes, and I ordered me a steamer and all this other stuff that I needed to get in order to start this journey. And I had my first client on Saturday. I guess we'll get to that, but I'm still in the beginning stages. I'm not completely open yet. She found me on the internet. She lives all the way in Virginia. I'm in Maryland, so she's about maybe 3 hours from me. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, can I know you're not open? We'll just push this stuff to the side. Can you just please, please, please help me?" And I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And so I got there about 30 minutes early, trying to move stuff around, at least so she can have somewhere to sit. And that was an experience. And if you really haven't had a lot of experience in something,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of like get into the midst of it, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I should have did this, I should have had that." And so it's a learning curve. It's a
Mm-hmm.
learning, but I'm really really excited. I really am excited. I know I'm supposed to be doing this, and yeah. So I mean, that's what I need to say on that. But I just thank God for Precious, who has been so instrumental in helping me. Absolutely.
That's amazing. And I want you to touch on that because you were going in the same direction as I was about to go when you said that this is what you're supposed to be doing. So let's just talk on that. Like, what did you need to believe in order to realize that it was time for you to take that next step and open your clinic, or even before you open your clinic, you had to make that decision that I wanted to invest in myself and get the knowledge. So like, what did you need to believe in order to get there?
So for me, it stems back to the business that I already had. And I just made the decision, Tara, if you could create an entire hair collection line of 13 products, surely you can make it through school. And I just really, really leaned on that. I just looked at what it took to do that product side. And I didn't go to school for this, y'all. I'm not a chemist. I don't have this major background. I am self-taught. And the one thing about me is that I'm very disciplined. Very disciplined. I'm very diligent. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do the research. And you have to believe in yourself. So if I believed in myself to have that product line, then I believed that I could go to school and become a trichologist. I just didn't know the terminology for trichology. I didn't understand the scalp conditions and all of that. I understood the concept, and I knew it was something that was needed. I knew 8 years in that there was a missing element. Customers are coming to me like, "Help me, help me, help me." And I went into prayer and I said, "God, you got to help me to do this. I got to be able to bridge the product side with the diagnosis side, the
Yeah.
treatment side of hair loss." And that's what I did. I just leaned on the fact that if I could make it through learning the product side, then I can make it through, learning trichology, and just believing in myself that this is not a want, this is something that I need to do. And just having faith and just believing that I could do this.
And that's amazing. And I'm glad that you realized that, and I'm glad that you're pointing that out, because right now we do have a lot of hairstylists, and of course natural hairstylists as well, that are out here practicing, and some are licensed and some aren't. But you did make a good point that even though you are self-taught, you still needed that extra support. You still needed that education. Like, you just didn't Google or YouTube everything. You decided to invest. You went and got the knowledge and began to figure it out. And so now, you've built upon what you've already created and you're continuing to move on. And that is just like so encouraging, because if others see you doing it, then that's very helpful, and helpful and hopeful to them. Like, did you even see yourself like coming this far? Even, I mean, did you even think about you were ever gonna be able to have your own salon, Clint? Like,
No, no. I'm sitting here now. I have a warehouse. I'm sitting in my warehouse now. It is 1,800 square feet where I manufacture and distribute over 2,000 products a month. And I was good with that. I was good with that. And I knew a year ago, I said, you know what? I need to go to school. And I went to school and I did it. And I was okay because I have an office back there. And I was in the process, I mean, in the middle of the process of ordering stuff to put into the office and turn that into a hair loss clinic. So everything will be done on site. They could come here
mhm,
and, they can get their consultations and their treatments and buy products and, do everything all under one roof. That was the plan. I never thought about salon. And then it dawned on me, well, Tara, if you treat the hair, it has to get wet. You got to do a steamer. They can't just go out here looking any kind of way. So you still have to make them look like something. You still have to do their hair. You still have to style it. And then I thought about it. Okay, I'm in this warehouse. I don't have a shampoo chair. I don't, should I order one? Should I turn this area into some kind of styling station? And the more I thought about it, the more it just made sense to separate the business. Even though they go hand in hand, I'm using the warehouse to manufacture and run the business side. And then I just thought about it. No, you need to get space where people feel comfortable. It feels and looks like a salon. It's professional. They'll look at you being professional. So that's when I decided, let me see what I can find as far as space. And, I was looking at, for those of you who are thinking about doing this,
mhm,
and you're thinking about getting a full blown salon, listen, it costs money. I did not know it cost that much money. And I didn't want to rent a booth from someone. I didn't want to do that. I knew I wanted that private space, which is why I wanted to do it here. And then I thought about it, salon suite. And then I talked to Precious some more about it, who really, really encouraged me because I wasn't sure how people would feel about that. And she was like, Tara, people want that. They want that privacy. So I decided to get the salon suite. It was within my budget.
mhm.
I don't have that overhead of gas and electric and cable and everything that I have at the warehouse. Thing is into your one price. That I loved. You have your own key, your own access, and it feels like it's your own space.
Mhm.
So no, I did not see myself having a salon. So when I went to the salon suite, I went in there, okay, so I'm gonna run my trichology services in here. Then as I'm standing there looking around, I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you got a shampoo chair, you got a styling chair, you might as well go all the way. So then I thought, I'm already in a salon suite. So utilize the salon that they're giving you. And that's when
Yeah.
I decided to change the name to Tara Gregory Trichology and Salon. Because at first it was just Tara Gregory um, Hair Clinic.
Okay.
And I said, nope, I'm in a salon. You leasing out the salon space. Go on and utilize what's in here. So no, I never thought about salon. Never. I just wanted to be a trichologist, and it just worked out. So I'm so glad I did that. So I encourage anyone looking to salon suites, if financially you're trying to figure out which way to go with this. It worked out perfectly for me.
That's awesome. And I wanted to touch on this because you just brought this up and you kind of tapped into about like the expenses, and like no one really tells you about how much it costs like to really get this business going. And so I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to point out, for those of you all that are considering and someday you want to get to your own salon space, you don't want to rent, but you want to have your own. So Tara, like before me and her even started doing this recording and we were having our talk, she pointed out, that she started out slow and she moved her way up. So Tara, can you just share a little bit
Yes,
about that? Because I think
I
a lot
would
of
love
times
to.
we put the cart before the horse, and we're so eager to jump all the way to the finish line. But you mentioned that it was a process. So can you just give us, what you did, before you even got to your facility where you are now?
Yes. So, the first thing I do is I go into prayer, like, God, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to proceed with this? That's the first thing that I do. And even with launching this second business, everything that I did for my first business, which is the product side, I instituted the same thing. I look at the fact that, first of all, y'all, it's a brand new business for you. Those of you who are starting a brand new business, start small until God grows you out of there. So on the product side, I started in my house. I actually started in the kitchen, and then a year later, I moved into my basement. And then 4 years later, God gave me a warehouse. So I took baby steps. As the business grew, the space grew. So I did the same thing with the trichology. I'm new at this. I'm starting small, and God's going to grow me out of there. But you have to humble yourself to know that this is where I need to start, instead of jumping out there with all these astronomical expenses, and you may not have the clientele, because you have to build all of that. So for me, I did the same thing and took those same principles that I used on the product side to start small. So I'm starting in a salon suite, and I'll grow from there. The key that I really want to drive home to everyone is just get started. Get started in the financial place that you are, with the means that you have. I tell people all the time, when God gives you a purpose and you decide to now walk it out, start from where you are. Start from where you are, and God's going to bless you within your means. I don't listen. I do well at the warehouse, but I knew financially I couldn't just go out there with this full blown 5,000 square feet salon. I knew that. So God allowed me to go into a salon suite. That is God now providing what I need within my means. It doesn't have to cost you $1,000 a month. It doesn't have to cost you $2,000 a month. Start with where you are financially, where you are mentally, and grow. Grow. If you just have that one person, start there. Be faithful for where God plants you, and He will grow you from there. I'm a witness to that.
Absolutely, and I love that. And for those of you that don't know, so this isn't the end for Tara. Like, she's continuing her journey. So she took the first step. She got her trichology certification with Dr. Carrie Williams through the scientific approach. And so now, as Tara is continuing on, she's going to be coming over to our next program, which is the step up, I want to say. And so I'm going to be working with her, and she's going to be coming through my holistic hair loss specialist program, and that's where we're going to go further, and we're going to be talking about mind, body, spirit, how that impacts the hair, how diet, health, like what you eat, how that's impacting your hair growth, what you can do as far as a natural hair and things natural for hair restoration without chemicals and medications. And so once Tara is completed with those studies, she'll then be certified as a hair regrowth specialist, which is my personal system and framework, which I developed. And now I'm able to not only walk clients through, but I thought, I need to take this to a bigger level and introduce this program to hairstylists and barbers so that they can provide their clients with a well-rounded experience. And so, again, if you're interested and you're wanting to restore your hair, you're going to have one of your trichologists out in Townsend, Maryland. So, Tara, if you have some clients or the listeners that are looking, and just like your first client that you had at the salon, they may be wanting to come to you because they may be in that surrounding area. So can you share your location, or how would they even go about getting on the books? Because I'm sure they probably want to come support you.
Yes, listen, y'all, that was a job in itself, because we can get all the buildings and buy all the ingredients. And then it comes time to now promote, build pages, figure out links, figure out price packages. Listen, there's a lot of components to this. I literally just linked everything about 3 days ago. So let me give you the address. I am in Towson, Maryland, which is in Baltimore County. The address is 1322 Goucher Boulevard. Again, that's 1322 Goucher Boulevard, Suite 39. That's Towson, Maryland, 21286. You can also reach me on Freesia. I just found out about that a month ago. It's one of the #1 platforms for bookings for salons and beauty shops and barbers and estheticians. So I'm on
Okay.
Freesia. That's FRESHA. So you can go to freesia.com and then you can just type in the name of the business, Tara Gregory Trichology and Salons LLC, and I will pop right up and it will take you to my Freesia page and you can book an appointment. You can also go on my business website, which is Ayers, AYURS, AyersBatchofNature.com, and there is a tab up there for the salon. You can click that tab and also book an appointment there. So, and you can reach me directly at 443. What's the number? I'm sorry, because I don't call myself 443-554-5410. And book your appointment.
Yes.
I am there by appointment only. I am very flexible when
Yes.
it comes to appointments because I know some people say, well, I can't come after 6. No, call me. We will work it out. I am closed on Sundays and Mondays, but Tuesdays through Saturdays, you can definitely book an appointment.
That is wonderful, Tara. And I know you got to get going, but thank you so much just for hopping on and just being able and willing to share your experience. Because like I said, I know that whoever sees this is going to bless them and give them the encouragement that they need for continuing education and just investing in themselves so that they can elevate and expand to the next level that they want.
Yeah, and can I just throw one more nugget out there, Precious, if it's okay
Yes,
in all of 30 seconds? And when you
please.
take the course, I highly recommend Dr. Carey's course because it's not just that one time. Her course is open for a lifetime once you finish. I've gone back several times, and that's what I want to hone in on. We learn so much in that period of time. And before you launch, before you buy that building, before you rent that space, go back over your notes. Get it in you. Go over it, and go over it 5 more times. Your clients will ask you questions. You want to feel comfortable. You want to sound professional, and you really want to know what you're talking about. So even when you finish the course, make sure you go back over that material until it becomes a part of you.
Absolutely. And that's with anything that you do. So, yeah, definitely. Thank you, Tara, so much for sharing that.
You are more than welcome, Precious.
Okay, guys, thank you and take care.